It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
All right, this next one's from Jay Butters. Should I include my 529 investments on my net worth statement? So you guys know one of the things we love doing is every year, it's like Christmas for us. We love doing our annual net worth statements. It's become something that Brian and I celebrate every year. We talk to you guys about it. Well, we do get questions all the time about, okay, well, what do I include? What do I not include? Jay Butters specifically is asking about 529s, but maybe we should also talk about, well, do I include life insurance on my net worth statement? Do I include Social Security? Do I include pensions?
Yeah.
What things should I not include on my net worth statement, and why should I not include those?
Look, 529s, because they are something, you have a lot of control. You have a lot of flexibility, especially if they are ultimately for the benefit of the beneficiary named on these accounts, but you as the parent or the owner of the account have a lot of ability to move that money around. So with all that said, I still think, and this is the way I do it on my own my own net worth statement, I put it in my footnotes on the net worth statement. I do not put it as my own asset because remember, it is for the benefit of my children. So I never want my net worth numbers to be skewed by the assets that are being held for someone else's benefit.
Now, I personally consider 529s for my girls to be what I like to call a prepaid future expense. Just some nomenclature that we like to use. Well, if you think about it, a prepaid future expense is kind of money that's already spent. Now, the reason I said that is because prepaid future expense is actually one of the orders of our financial order of operations. 529s is one of those things. Well, in my mind, that's money that's already spent, money that's already gone, and that's the reason that it doesn't hit my net worth statement. Just going to throw that in there because I feel the same way.
So you had thrown out a few other kind of footnote or clarifying areas like life insurance. We all know basic financial planning 101. If you have permanent insurance with cash value, you can put the cash value on your net worth statement. Now, I'm going to tell you, the majority of you guys probably just need term life insurance.
Also, if you have life insurance with a cash value permanently, maybe you just want to revisit why you have that insurance. Just a little aside.
That's a sidebar. We've done plenty of videos on that too, and plus it gives a jab to our insurance audience. But it's not that we're trying to, but I feel like it's just misused in a lot of ways. But the other thing is we hear about Social Security and pensions. And I know there's a lot of military folks that watch too. Look, your pension is very valuable. I think a lot of people mishear me and they assume when I tell them you shouldn't put this on your net worth statement that I'm totally diminishing
not at all.
The value of the pension. And I'm not. But I do think, like, let's take Social Security before I talk about pensions.
Because Social Security is a pension, really.
Social Security, if you tried to present value its benefit, without a doubt, it's important to your retirement plan. It's got a lot of value to you individually, but it is exactly what Bo talked about. It is a promise of future payments. So to try to put that on your net worth statement is inappropriate because it's not an actual asset that you could go liquidate and turn into something. Now, look, it is going to make retirement a lot easier for you. You can figure out what your living expenses are, subtract out what that Social Security will be. It helps you out tremendously in the retirement plan, but it is not something that you could, if you needed the money tomorrow, you can't go liquidate your Social Security account and get access to it. So it is a promise of future payments. Let's move towards pensions. Pensions are kind of unique because they're not only promises of future payments. A lot of times pensions also are set up to where there is a cash value or an investment that's been set aside for you, and you have the choice until the day that you actually kind of annuitize it, that some of you can roll this money into a qualified retirement plan and you get, update statements for what your benefit or value rollover benefit currently is. If you get those type of statements, whatever you're vested, meaning vested that you've already been working long enough to get the full benefit, your vested balance, I think you can put that on your retirement net worth statement. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But if it's something that you're never going to have the option to roll it over, I think it's another footnote because it's a promise based upon your life or even your life and your your spouse's, depending upon what you elect on the day that you annuitize it, it's still not an asset. It's going to be tremendously valuable. I mean, for a lot of my military and others school teachers, the actual value of your lifetime is going to be worth millions. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean you get to put $1 million on your net worth statement, because it's a promise based upon your life. It's not something you could actually get access to. So it's going to help you tremendously for retirement planning. You can, like I said, figure out your living expenses, subtract out those future cash flows from that promise. But I don't think it's appropriate to put it on the net worth statement.
Love it.